I'm very pleased to be interviewing Sean Knapp, who's founder CTO of Ooyala. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Can we start with your background? How did you get to where you are today?
Sure. Before Ooyala, I was at Google. I was one of the original engineers on iGoogle. We built it from the ground up. From there, I was actually the team lead for Ooyala's web search user interface team. We did everything from increasing the overall site performance of Google to actually running a number of large cognitive science research experiments around how people interacted with data that ultimately amounted to a $1 billion revenue increase for Google. And there's a lot of these experimentations that ultimately led us to drive towards Ooyala. We found a really interesting opportunity to increase the overall monetization in the online video space, and we're able to apply a lot of our learnings there from what we learned at Google.
Can you talk about some of the research you conducted at Google on your data to discover what made people choose video and their behavior?
Sure. So, for example, we would do a lot of research around how people visually parsed information on the page. A good example of this would be what the effect of the background color on ads would be. When you had the background color of the ads be similar to background color of the chrome of the page, for example, the light baby blue, you would actually find a lower click-through rate on the ads than if you changed them to be a different color, because you are sending subtle signals to the consumer as to the quality of that piece of content on the page.
That one conclusion sounds similar to what I have learned from print research. What have you used any other forms of research to replicate or to confirm, or are you going into new areas of data?
At Google, we did most of this as new research directly within the company. We'd run a large number of eye tracking experiments and collect a lot of our own data. We would test entirely new theories around how the user would behave and simply run those experiments on a large portion of traffic, collect the data, and then derive our own conclusions.
What type of data did you use in your research?
So at Google, we used a large variety of different signals. We would do small case studies with individual users. We would do a large number of eye tracking experiments, but then we would actually track overall performance when we would test on a subset of users. So for example, we would change the user interface and apply that to 0.1% of the user base and see how that would perform over time. And we track signals such as overall number of searches, how often people came back, what the impact was on ads and revenue. And we track all of the success metrics in that experimentation group separate from the main group of users.